Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Marvel Remix is a board game based off an already existing game called Fantasy Realms. In that game, you're having all these wacky combinations that are going on, and you're trying to score the most amount of points, and the points can be erratic and out of control. Marvel Remix feels like it pulls that in a little bit, and I feel like the game might be a little bit more solid. They've tamed it down a little bit, and they toned it in. I think they focused a little bit more on this game, and I actually prefer this to Fantasy Realms. Now, there was also a game based off called Red Rising by Stone Meyer's game that's utterly and complete garbage. I think this game is much better. This is what you're looking for in Fantasy Realms, something quick, you want to play it really fast, and you want to get through the experience. Now, if you don't like the Marvel theme, I think it might be a negative to you, but I actually prefer the gameplay mechanisms in this one more. I really do. I feel like it's more focused. I feel like it's easier to make those combinations without getting out of control, and it was tempered a little bit in that experience. I really do enjoy that. It's not going to have a Marvel theme that's going to pull you in or feel like you're in the Marvel universe. The connections between the cards, you'll be trying to get card combinations. Each card will tell you like what card plays with it and score it more points. Those make sense because of the words and the artwork that are on it, and that works fine. It's all you're looking for in a little game like this. Marvel Remix has been a huge hit. We're Marvel fans, so let me start out there. But it has been a really fun experience and quick game to get to the table where the fantasy theme didn't work as well for us. I prefer this game. Marvel Remix has been a huge hit for us and an absolute keeper. Here's Marvel Remix, which is a small box game. You can see I've got my hand that's on about the size of a hand. Probably a little bigger than it needs to be, although the artwork on it is pretty cool. You can have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. Got a white piece of paper on it. You're going to get some scoring sheets that will be here. There's plenty of them in here, and they're double-sided, which is nice. But you don't really need this. Just kind of helps out. Then you're going to have 2 decks of cards. You can see they probably all could have been on half of this and take out the same amount. You do have some villain cards. You're going to have a deck of Remix, which are going to be the main cards. So these will have the heroes, things that are happening as debris, hidden layer, spear, machine, assembled, and different cards that we'll have. In this deck, you're going to have the villains, Magneto, Loki, Abomination, Kingpin, etc. Pretty easy. The cards have a nice finish, and they kind of feel like Munchkin type cards to me. They're rounded on the edges. The artwork is really cool. I think the symbols are very easy. So if you have them spread out, you can see the symbols that are on them very easily. Although you might have to, to read what's on the bottom. It kind of tells you the number at the top and who it is. You can see the same on what I'll just call the hero cards or the remix cards. The icons are very easy to see. Good set of cards. Nothing wrong with them. That's about all you get. Here's the rule book. You can see it's in full color with components on the front of it. You're going to get an overview of kind of how the cards work and setup, which is very, very simple. And this is actually what you do in the game. This is it. It's all you got to really know. End of game. And then it's going to have game terms. It's going to be more clarification. How to score with an example over here, which is kind of nice. A little bit of a fact on the back. Most of the rules are going to be on the cards. How they score, +8 with Thor or God of Thunder. And here's the God of Thunder cards. So we have both of them, it would score. So a lot of the rules or combinations per se will be on the cards. The actual rules to play are very, very simple. You're going to shuffle up your 2 decks, your remix and your villains. You're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remix cards on 1 villain. In order to score, you got to have a villain card in your hand at the end of the game and a hero or an ally card. So you'll see like an ally up here. So if you don't have either, you got to have a villain card and either a hero or a villain ally in order to score. If not, your score is 0. So if I had no villain card, I would score 0, or no ally or no hero, I would score 0. Otherwise, on your turn, it's very easy. You can take a card from the top of the deck, and then I have to discard another card. Or I could take a card from the villain deck, and then have to discard any other card. Yes, I can have 2 villains, but I have to discard a card. Or I could take a card from the discard pile, put it in my hand, and discard any other card. So that's kind of how that's going to work. Now, when there are 10 discards in this pile, collectively from everybody, the game will end and you'll score up. So a lot of these cards are going to score points. If you look here, this one scores -10, this one scores 25, this scores 4, 6. So you're going to see this one scores none. And like I said, this one scored negative. Okay? And then you're going to have these tags that will be on here. See these icons that you see. So let me give you a good example here of King. King says it's -10 points, but he scored points for each different tag.
So if I had a card like this in my hand, let's say I only had these cards, which you wouldn't, -10, but it get 15 points for Kang just for these. So that would be a net of 5. So you can score a lot of points with Kang, but he doesn't give you any off the bat. Then you're going to have some cards like this, like Jane Foster does +8 with Thor or the God of Thunder. Here is Thor, and God of Thunder happens to be on the other side. So she's going to be worth 5 +8, but she'll also give you these icons. So you can see how it can get kind of confusing how you're scoring up a lot. But to play any game, draw a card from either 2 decks or the discard pile to discard another card. When there's 10 here, then you'll score up, but most of the scoring will occur on these cards. And that's a quick overview of how you play Marvel Remix.
Who should buy this game? I'm going to say fans of Marvel. Right there and then start off the bat, you're really going to like this game and the different combinations. This is a really fun game. Now, I like the mechanism in this game better than Fantasy Realms, but if you like the fantasy theme better, maybe that game will play. I think there's a Star Wars version. They're just kind of pulling out everything to slap on this. But this is the version that we like. I feel like it's structured more, it's toned in, it's focused on what it's trying to do, and I actually like this version the best, not just because of the theme, but also because of the mechanisms. Keeper for us.